just nor chess. My Virgin Amazon Flex block from 5 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. was a complete disaster. Let me know if you all had to do any blocks from that time frame for Amazon. Of course, you know this is the holidays coming up, and there's a lot of very interesting things you can run across now. Okay, horror story. Okay, so it's a lot of interesting things that we're going to be running across now with the main holiday approaching, and we all know it's Christmas. We all love our Christmas time. For the most part, we all do. I mean, if Christmas is your favorite holiday, put it in the chat below. If you know who I am, I'm the one and only Mrs. Exquisite with Mrs. Exquisite Daily Insight. You never know what you're going to get over here, because we talk about what our daily insights are, holiday hacks, tricks, money hacks. We try to get deep down into, paper chasing, making money, never putting all our eggs in one basket. We also do our little daily affirmations. We do tarot card readings, you name it. We talk about our little work at home jobs that I do offer if you have a high speed internet, noise-free cancellation headset, and a computer or a desktop. We do not accept Mac. So, of course, you can't take the calls from your phone either, and you have to be hardwired. So let me know if you're interested. Put in the chat below, I'm interested, and send me your email address. I can get you the information sent over ASAP. Only thing you need to do is complete a 30-minute assessment test. Sometimes it takes some people like 20 minutes or so. And you're in there, and you do your background check. Now, your background check is now $30, but you will get that back on your taxes because you're an independent contractor, of course. But this is not what this story is about. This is about my Virgin Amazon Flex route. Now, I'm with Amazon Flex for the holiday season. They needed some help because I've been on the waiting list with them for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I had to go in and keep on contacting them, and somebody told me to finally use a different email address and see if you can get in quicker. And that's what I did. That's another hack for you all. If you know you've been on the waiting list for some of these apps and they haven't contacted you back, try to use a different email address, because a lot of people are signing up. And somehow, you might get pushed up under the rug. So by you contacting my email and letting them know that you're still interested, sometimes they go back and review your file and might get you off the list. But sometimes you might have to do the thing like I had to do. And a rep had told me that. They said, maybe you probably need to do a whole new email address to see if we'll contact, because we most definitely need some help for the holiday season. That's what I did. Boom, I got contacted in 3 weeks versus 3 years. And me, Mrs. Exquisite, I like to give my daily insights about everything I do, right? So I had to experiment the 3:15 a.m. block, the 3 a.m. block. And normally those blocks right there are like 3.5 hours. So boom, you got your day out the way early. You can go ahead and move on to something else. Or if you got a full-time job, you still have time for your 9-to-5 job. Just have some additional income to help put aside for any holidays or emergencies or whatever you have to come up. Or you could do the 6:15. Sometimes they have a 6:15 block. And sometimes they have a 6:45 block, sometimes a 6:30. And if they really like how people are already scheduled those blocks and they get there and they cancel, then they might throw in one a little weird time, like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, to put in like a 2 to 3 hour block. So I always like to try different time zones to figure out which one, I should say different time blocks to figure out which one is better for me. And then they also have one that starts off like 1 o'clock sometime, 1:15, 1:45. I'm actually on my way now to a 1:15 one. And where I'm at, we have 3 different warehouses I can select from. So I'm truly blessed about that one. I got option. And Mrs. Exquisite, for her to give you the daily insights on that, I tried all 3 warehouses. And I do love, I love them all, but you know how I like everything in life. Some got their pros and cons. Some do something a little bit better than the other one. Some a little bit more professional than the other. And then, unlike VHO, I don't have to worry about numbering my boxes for most part. They already numbered according to the stops. The only thing I have to do is just load them in my car accordingly. And y'all know how we do it. Sets of 1 to 10, we put in our front seat. Then we put our 11 through 19 right behind us so it can be easy to grab to throw in the front seat once we get done from 1 through 10. And then we have our little 20s to 29s, and then our 30 to 39s, and then our 40s to 49. And the thing about Amazon, I haven't. Let me not jinx myself because I schedule myself for 2 blocks a day, one for 1:15 p.m. for 3.5 hours, and then I did a later evening one. I think that one starts at like 6 o'clock, 6:30, because I didn't want to bump heads with this, but I want to make sure I was completely done. It starts at 6:30 to 9:30. That's only a 3-hour block. Then that way to give me time enough to get off, to get home and wind down and make my chili beans, and then jump on my work at home call job. So I try to work smart and not hard, but during this holiday, you still got bills, but you still got to make time in your budget for the holidays too, right? To be able to do that extra spending. But anyway, so I tried all of the time blocks they had. The morning, the early bird special, the ones they call like the 3 a.m., 3:30s, 3:45 a.m.s, and the 6 o'clock, 6:15, 6:45 a.m.s. 3 hours and 3.5 hour blocks, all the way to the midday, like I'm doing now, like the 1:15, sometimes the 3 o'clock, all the way up to the night owl, which they call the night owl shift. The one start at 5 o'clock p.m. But I always do the blocks that are either 3 hours or 3.5. Okay, Mrs. Exquisite, you know what I'm talking about. I always like to live on the wild side a little bit. And I was like, you know what? Let me try this block with the night owl. You know, now they said night owl and early birds get paid more than the ones midday, and they do give a little bit all better. But you all make sure you do your evaluation on how much you're getting paid per hour once you calculate the total amount you're getting paid for that block divided by how much time they say it's supposed to take. Because sometimes you get done earlier, and sometimes it takes you a little bit longer to complete. So make sure you're getting more than the base pay. And the base pay is normally $16 to $17 an hour where you're located at. Make sure you're at least getting $20 an hour. I'm just saying. I have did it where I've been getting $30 and $35 per hour. And I love doing the ones where you get the instant offers where you just toggle to be on, and you have to be like within 5 to 15 minutes radius of any one of the Amazon Fresh locations or Whole Foods, wherever you're located at, and you'll start getting instant offers where you have blocks that come in like sometime an hour, sometime an hour and a half, sometime 2 or 3 hours, and you get paid that base pay automatically. Once you get paid that base pay, they're going to have plus tips. So you don't get that pay until like within 24 to 48 hours, because that's how much time they allow the actual customers to go in and tip you. So I love getting those type of ones because they, you know, sometimes they have a base pay of $31 for a 2-hour block. So I'm like, okay, it's like $15.50 an hour. Okay, bet. Not including my tips. Sometimes your tips can be a $10. Sometimes it can be 40, sometimes it can be 50, sometimes it can be 100. And if you get yourself 100 after the tips, that's $50 an hour if you had a 2-hour block. So I be trying to, you know, do those because they really pay off from time to time. Like I tell people, I work for my tip. When I go to these customers' houses, I always greet them with a smile if they are out there, or if I do see them coming outside. Of course, if it's the holiday, I tell them happy holidays. You know, a little small talk. Be nice to them because they are tipping you. Those tips add up. I know you're like, oh, I ain't doing all that for no tip. You better start. Those tips add up. Trust me. I work for my tips. I be happy when I get my tips. I go back and forth through the app throughout the day to keep on hitting refresh just to see if I have an extra tip. I do that with my Spark app too. I love my tips. My tips come in handy that I can put aside for any type of roadside assistance I may have, any type of emergencies I might have to my vehicle, like tire repair, oil changes, putting gas in my car. If I want to pop and just get me something to eat, and you already know Mrs. Exquisite, when she gets something to eat, I eat frugally. I just go get a little kids meal, something under $7 or $8, just to hold me over until I get home and cook. Because you know I'll be bringing my snacks and my water and my ice with me, baby. We don't be playing. We make sure we keep our little bag with us with our snacks. We keep our water, all of that, all of the above. But get back to the daggone questions at hand. With this virgin, and I mean virgin, because this is my first time ever doing a night owl block with Amazon, and a 5 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. block. Because I normally, like I said, do 3 hours or 3.5 hour blocks. And if I'm doing the Amazon Fresh, it's normally an hour block or hour and a half too. Nothing never more than that, because I like to keep my schedule open since I do the work from home and I do other stuff. So I like to be able to bounce back and forth to have more flexibility. I never ever did a 4-hour block. So this was a virgin for me. Okay? But knowing Mrs. Exquisite, I wanted to be Mrs. Exquisite. If I can give you all that review, I said, let me go up here and tap in on this 4-hour block. A little 9-hour block. They just pay me a little bit more, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and take in up on this, because I am a little cashy person. I love my moolah, baby. So I said, let me go ahead and find out what this night owl block is about, because I did the early bird, I did the midday. I said, why not? The only one I haven't done was the night owl, because I'd be out late anyway. Like I said, I love to drive, I love to travel. Why not get paid for it? But I was hoping, I was praying that I got a block like where I would pick up, because I said it's nighttime. Why would they send you anywhere else besides like the suburbs or downtown area or maybe apartments or something like that? So I'm like getting happy. So I got even happier when I pulled up at the warehouse, because this is a warehouse that's like 30 minutes from my house, but it's like right here in the mid city as well as the county. So I was like, well, you can't get too bad with this one by selecting this one. I said, why not? Let's go ahead and give it a try. Then I get to the warehouse. Everybody lined up out there. Everybody. It's 5:00 p.m. I'm like, okay, these people out here trying to get to that bag. They trying to get it, baby. They ain't playing no type of games. They are trying to get to this bag, baby. We all out there, you know, cold as heck, number one. Happy, wrapped up. We ready to just get to this bag and get this 4-hour block out the way. Some people was out there standing for 3.5 hours block. So when I got up there, of course, you got to give him your driver's license to scan it. He scanned the back. He was like, you're ready. I'm like, ready for what? Because I'm used to when I pull up, like at the one warehouse I go to, you just sit in your car after they scan your driver's license. You sit in your car, they'll come in accordingly to whoever come in first, second, or third. They'll just roll a cart according to whatever block that you have. If you have a 3-hour block, they're going to bring your 3-hour block cart. Because when you schedule these blocks, you don't know where you're going. You don't already have a route assigned until you get there and check in. So they just tell you to sit in your car and they bring it to you. Then one of the other warehouses, you driving inside a warehouse. I really like that one. You driving inside a warehouse, so you don't have to worry about staying out there in the cold to really load your car and stuff up. So, you know, they do the same thing. They say, okay, I see you got a 3.5 hour block. Let me bring you a 3.5 hour block worth orders. You have no idea what you're getting. Sometimes you might get 10, sometimes you might get 15, 18, 25, or you might get 35 and only 21 up there. Consider yourself to be lucky. You might get 30, you might get 40, but I never ever heard nobody say they get more than like 50. So that's a brownie point. And you got to keep in mind, if you get that many in a 3-hour block or 3.5 hour block, you already know the distance between each route have to be a minute to 5 minutes. It can't be that much, because you got to have your route completed within that time. Now, they will give you lateness alerts if you are a little bit late. But if you're late because you was trying to be very productive and it was out of your control, contact them. Make sure you get an earning adjustment. Email them, do it through their chat, and they'll tell you, hey, we'll get some contact with somebody. They'll contact you back about an earning adjustment. And sometimes the earning adjustment is not like VHO, it'll take you a week to 2 weeks. They normally give it back to you like within 48 hours, no longer than 72, but make sure you stay on top of it and contact them all the way up till you get it. Make sure you tell them what block you had, what time frame it was and everything, and how much longer it took you more, and you was very productive. And this is the reason why it took you over, because maybe you had to go to apartments. They didn't have gate codes. Or maybe you had to go in a country area, a county area where they had long, windy roads. And they really don't have the numbers up there where you can really determine which house is which. So you got to go out there like a detective and try to figure out which house is what. So anyway, I get up there to the warehouse, you know, my little 5 o'clock block. I got there at 4:55 to make sure you try to get there at least 10 to 15 minutes earlier. But somehow with that warehouse, sometime I just forget how to get back there with the drivers are at. So I'm like whining in. So as soon as I get on the parking deck, I go ahead and just mark out I park. So I can go ahead and get signed in for they won't take your route, because you only got 5 extra minutes past your block time to get checked in, or else they'll remove you from that block. So anyway, the guy was like, okay, if you got a 4-hour route, go ahead and select your route. I'm like, damn, we get to select our own route. Bet. You know what I'm talking about? I'm getting happy. I'm like, bet. So I'm going up there looking at the routes. The other girl was up there talking about, she's like, girl, the other night that I got a route and it took me 2 hours from my house. So this time I'm gonna make sure I look and see what city it is for it won't take me too far from my house. I was like, girl, I don't care. I get to choose my own route. So I'm gonna go over here and choose the one with the least amount. How you doing? So I found one with 21 up there. I said, let's go. You know what I'm saying? All the rest of them had like 38, 46, 42, 29. Of course, Miss Exquisite. I said, I got a 4-hour block. If I get 21, bet. I bet it's probably long distance because I got 21. So it's going to probably take my 30, 45 minutes to get to the first route. So let me go ahead and snatch this up. Somebody else does. I'm getting happy because I'm looking at the city name. I was not familiar with neither one of the cities, but one of them. And I knew that wasn't too far away, like 30 minutes away. And I was like, okay, this is a 4-hour block. So we got this 21. You can't go wrong. At least that's what I thought. I'm getting up there, getting it, you know, when I put in my first route for the GPS, because this time they didn't have the routes numbered. I had to go in and number my own routes, go in and look at my itinerary to figure out which one would stop 1 all the way up to my 21. So I load that in my car accordingly. My 1 through 10 in the front seat, my 11 through 19's right behind me, and then on the other side, of course, is my 20 and 21. So I was ready to rock and roll. I was like, let's get to this bag. Let's get this 4 hours out the way. So when I put in the address in the GPS, it kept on trying to send me to another city. And I said, it don't look right because I don't remember seeing that on none of the packages. And that's another thing you have to do. You have to go in and make sure that address matches what the app, Google Maps have, or either Apple Maps, because sometimes they be tripping and put in the wrong address, and match it up to their package and make sure it's accurate before you pull out. So I'm there going along. I said, hold on, this don't look right. Let me go back in and make sure this address match, and needless you know, the address is incorrect. So I put in correct address. So then at that point, it was telling me I was an hour away from my first stop. I was like, okay, you know, this is a 4-hour block. So maybe when I get there, they're going to be all like 5 to 10 minutes away, give or take, because it is a 4-hour block. Keep that in mind. So I did schedule myself to be unavailable for an hour. So I'm getting super happy, super happy. So I get to the first stop, you know, little county area, you know, real cute. I was like, okay, bet. So the first through the fifth stop was like that. They was all like 9 to 11 minutes apart. We get to the 6th and 7th. Now keep in mind, it gets dark now about 5:15. Okay, so we getting deeper in the country part now, not the damn county, to the country. We getting deeper in the country. So I'm like, okay, bet. What's going on? As we get deeper and deeper, all the way up to stop 15, we kept on getting deeper in the country. I mean, going through woods, seeing animals. I don't even know what the damn name of the animals are that I never actually seen before. Going through stuff like woods, up and down hills. And I'm glad I drove my Jeep this time and not a damn car. Going up and down hills and all this stuff. And I was like, what the heck is going on? This don't look right. I said, then going to people's houses, dropping off. They got dogs and shit out because you in the county. You know they're going to have them dogs and stuff set up. Hold on, babies. Let me get my route put into place because we're about to do our 115 block. And I pulled up. And I want to make sure I check in because it's right at my time and I want them to take my block. So yeah, I'm pulling up thinking everything is good. Getting out, you know, it's already dark. So I'm getting out trying to see around me, and I got my little protection in my hand at the same time. I was like, what the heck is going on? This is weird. As I'm continuing on, I'm getting deeper and deeper in the country, not the damn county, because at least in the county, you can still see pretty houses in the suburbs. You can still see lights. I'm getting deeper and deeper where it's getting darker and darker. I said, no wonder they got these damn routes set up here where you can just go grab your own. Because these are probably the routes that the Amazon drivers didn't want to fucking take. So I was like, okay, bet. So then this is getting damn creepy. So I get on the phone trying to call my husband, shit, tell him my story. He's like, damn, what they got you in the boondocks? I forgot what he called it. He calls it something else. I said, yeah, wherever you talking about in the sticks, the woods, backwoods is what he called it. They got you in the backwoods. I was like, yeah, most definitely the backwoods. I couldn't see shit. Getting to the houses deeper, you couldn't even, one of the houses was so steep down a hill and up the hill where you couldn't even see the damn house. They had a mailbox. You do not supposed to touch nobody's mailbox now unless the customer tell you to. I touched that mailbox that day because I was not going to go down the hill, up the hill, down the hill, up the hill. Even though I had my Jeep, I wasn't going to do that because I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm afraid to go down there and it was pitch black, no lights out there. It was like Nightmare from Elm Street. All of these weird animals all in the wood coming across. I said, oh no, we're not them out to do this. I'm not going to do this at all. I can't do this. So my nerves is already up on stop 15. Then I get to stop 16 and 17. The same thing. These houses up and down the hill, deep in the country. I would never choose that city again. Like I'm pulling up now. I got to go in right now and pick out my own route problem. I don't know what they're doing. Yesterday they assigned us one. But we have to go up there and show our driver's license. So I'll be right back to continue on my story. If you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to me, please, and thank you. So you can get more stories and reviews like this, because I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, baby. Because I'm not going to have my babies out there messed up. So get familiar with your town, get familiar with these cities, because if I get Leesburg today, I'm declining. So I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Go grab just a popcorn, drink, whatever you need. I'll be right back. Hey babies, I just left the warehouse. They doing it. You can choose your own shit again. I thought I had a 3.5 hour route. They said I got a 4 hour route. So I'm in there trying to pick the best route. All of them got over 40 this time. So we ready to load up. This time I got over 46, and I get back to telling you my virgin nightmare. But thank you all for the patience. Tap the screen, share the live. Let me know how your day is. This is some bullshit. I thought I had scheduled. I thought I scheduled a 3 hour block, but I be trying to grab stuff so fast. It's crazy. We're gonna hurry up and get to this because we got another one to do tonight. That one is only a 3 hour block. So we're gonna put our gloves on and let's get to it. Yeah, because unfortunately these are not labeled. What I'm doing is I'm gonna go ahead and move these baskets, but these are not labeled at all. They marked but not labeled according to the top. So let's just try to move as fast as possible so we can get this done. I've never been to this city before, neither. Glad I'm going during the daytime. Always, like I said, put it in number order so it can be easier when we get to these stops. And this actually need to go on the other side. Yeah, I got 46 packages with 30 stops. So we're gonna try to load up as quickly as possible. That's why I said that this warehouse right here, they let you choose your own during the daytime, because in the morning time it's not like this. I believe they do that because they know these are all the routes the other drivers probably didn't want to take, and all of them got a large amount, so they let you just go in at your own risk pretty much. And some of these got more than one at each stop, which will make it better. And then they got more people coming in for the 1:30 shift. And that's good because some of these are multiple stop. All right, we almost got our babies labeled, so we're just trying to get the rest of these labeled. Then we get back to our store. Let's try to get through these as quick as possible since we got a second one. That's why she pretty much ready to choose her own, but you know all the motherfuckers over there had a lot. And I got 3 totes to unpack, so I got one done, so now I'm on my second tote. cold, and I got gloves on top of gloves and still cold. And we gotta get to that bag. And that's the thing about one of the other locations, they indoors, so you gotta worry about being cold. They didn't have no shifts available for the time I could do it today, so I couldn't choose that one. See, normally they don't take it as long, about 5 or 10 minutes to load up. They already got a number. When you got a number yourself, you gotta go back and match it up. You can load in your car cord. Because if not, honey, you gonna be at them stops going through the whole vehicle. And that's gonna be a waste of time. And it's not gonna be as bad, not unless the location is bad as we think, because a lot of them got 2 and 3 packages. To one stop. So that'll make me have only 31 stops, which is good by me. So once we get on the road, it'll be way better. I'm just putting them in order when I get there. Ain't got to look all over the place for them. Be more productive that way. That's why you always keep yourself a permanent marker or highlight or something to mark these packages. Some warehouses mark them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Like yesterday, they had a mark. Today, they don't. We're almost done with the second box, and then we got another box to be ready to hit the highway. Like I said, a lot of these are multiple stops. super cold like that too. It was calling for snow last night. Some people got it, some people didn't. We most definitely got a lot of rain and cold. We're on the last box now. Like I said, it's so much better if they have these things already marked for you. Into the ones that belong to the front. Into the ones that belong in the front and in the team. Like I said, we got a whole lot of multi-packs. There's 46 packages, but we only got like 30 in stock. So, trying to move as fast as I can in this cold. right, we got them labeled. We are ready to load these up. Let's push this back up here. I'll be right back. All right. We finally got the. How long did that take us? Like I said, when they don't have a number for you, you got to go to the staging coach and get it yourself. Where's my phone? Let me get my phone, baby. It took about 30 minutes. Like I left my phone in the back. Yeah, talk about 30 minutes because we got here about 120. They checked in about 125 to 155 now, so about 30 minutes versus 10 minutes that they already had them labeled for us. So we'll let this here to do its thing. But we ready to get this part knocked out real quick. But yeah, that was my horror story with that daggone Virgin 5 o'clock p.m. 4-hour block that really took 6.5 hours because I had to go out there in the country, deep down woods, where they had a whole lot of hollow spots that you couldn't even see. You couldn't even see past it. And like this person is 51 minutes away. So we're going to see how this really works out.
To 3653
About where it's located. But at least it's daytime. See,
to the route. Then
last time was nighttime. At least this is daytime. But I do have my little protection over here for any loose dogs. But it don't like nobody would have too many dogs out there because it's too cold for them to be out there. But you know, some people do. At least if they're out there just taking a quick bathroom break or whatever, you still have to be cautious. But at least I can see. But on my last route, I got set up for later on this evening. There will be a later route. Not too much late, but it will be later. Hope they'd be like in the county suburb area, maybe apartment or something. But I have to do what I have to do. I keep my little Jesus icon in here. Because everywhere I go, I take God with me. So I put it in God's hand and leave it there. Because I got to make my money. And scary people can't make money, right? So we're going to do this block to see how long it actually takes us. But that daggone other one, my Virgin 5 o'clock p.m. block.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
It's supposed to be a 4-hour block. Like this was a 4-hour block. I thought it was a 3.5-hour block. I was like, I thought I had a 3.5-hour block. Because I got another block scheduled for later on that evening. So yeah, I got to get on the road and get stuff. I can get to the other warehouse all the way on the other side to get there before this one is over with. So I got to really put my foot to the pedal up on this one. So I just come up here to tell you all about my nightmare route that I had. It had got me in the country, not even the damn county, but the country, like my husband said, aka the backwoods, where I couldn't see nothing. No houses was visible where you can see from the street. Everything was downhills, uphills, downhills, uphills, around the corner. When you get there, it's already black outside. They don't have no lights. You would thought, you know, by it being Christmas, you would think they at least had Christmas lights up. Nope, no Christmas lights up or anything. And hopefully you were at the right house. A couple of them took me to the wrong house because the GPS at a certain point, they can't take you directly to these houses deep out there in the woods and stuff. So they have you like all over the place. So I'm out there literally with still no light. Now I keep a little flashlight with me and I got a little headlight and stuff, but when you out there in the dark in the country, it's kind of like those lights just dim out. Like it's like null and void. It didn't even do me no type of justice at all.
At the next light.
But I hated it. And that's why I was looking at this one. I said, she told me I can choose my own route. I am not, even though it's daytime, I am not choosing no Leesburg route. Because my next to the last route, I had went all the way down the steep hill. Now, it already took me about 7 minutes to get to the house from at the top where they said the address was at. Where the little street marker said that the address was at, 2264.
At the light.
I kept on saying, are there any houses back here? Because I kept on going up and down the hills, and around the corner. I said, Lord have mercy. I wish this was one that was a package. I could have just stuck it in the mailbox. Because, of course, you don't supposed to take touch my mailbox, but that's stupid. We the same thing, just like a mail carrier and stuff. We're not taking nothing out. We put something in, and if that driveway is all the way down this hill 5 minutes away, that's taking and adding more time on to our delivery time, and they don't count for that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like they don't factor that. They just factor how many, you know, minutes apart these houses are. But I'm like, do you all know when you send us to the country that those minutes don't mean shit no more? Because sometimes it might take 5 minutes to get to that one house, and you got up there, it takes 2 minutes. Sometimes it might take 10 or 15 minutes, like that house.
14 miles. Take exit 150 toward Haw River.
I had to go up and down the hill, up and down the hill, up and down the hill till I finally got to the house. Get all the way down there. They didn't have no lights on. None. I had 2 more packages left to go. At this point, my nerves was ripped. I'm bypassing things in the woods where they had taxidermists, where they had foxes and lions and elephants and horses and animals I couldn't even name or didn't know. Very creepy. Going through at nighttime. So I'm making sure all of my windows are up. I'm making sure all of my doors are locked. At this point, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to ever do any more nighttime rides. If it's not doing it daylight right now, I can see I'm not doing it. If it's anything with this city name up there again, I don't care if they give it to you. I'm like, nope, I can't take that. I'm going to decline it. And I believe I wouldn't even do it during the daytime. That stuff will wear and tear your vehicle. And you better not drive no car there to that town. It's over for you. Your car is going to be demolished. It's going to be messed up. Because they had nothing but mud out there, red dirt. When I got home that night, I was like, okay, where you been playing the mud? my car was nasty. I had to scrub it the next day, and it still got mud and stuff up here while I was out there in that country. But anyway, I get all the way down to that house because I had 2 more runs left to go. I was so happy because it had creeped me out the whole time of me being in those woods, going to them other people's house. Shout out to you live in situations like that, because I know some people are raised like that. But at least turn on some lights. Put more lights out there for people to see, especially if you're expecting packages. Put your dogs and stuff up. If you know you got package stuff coming, put them in the kennel, put them on the back porch, or you be out there overseeing them. That shit is creepy as hell when you out there, the only thing you hear is dog barking, but you can't see nothing. Or you out there, you can't see the house, but you got to go up and down these hills, around in circles. You have no idea if you're going to run into a brick wall, if you're going to run into a dead end or whatever, because they did take me to a dead end on a couple of them houses because the GPS had stopped picking up. And that's just why I said, nope, I'm going to find this mailbox, I'm going to throw it in that mailbox. I don't care what they say. And they was like, you know you putting this in my mailbox? I said, yep, this is that customer's request. Because no. And then some customers know they down there in the backwoods. They'll go ahead and just put a big tote at the bottom and say, UPS, Amazon, FedEx, please put all your packages in this box, and that's when we take our picture. I love those. You know what I'm saying? But I would never, ever, 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 ever take another night owl route from Amazon, especially a 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock block, and it's all supposed to be a 4 hour. Maybe the 3 hours or 3.5 hour blocks are not that bad, but them 4 hour blocks, they will have you out there in the woods. And I believe that's just why they do the 4 hour blocks like that. I most definitely requested for a compensation for that. I earned an adjustment. They said they're going to get back with me. I haven't got it yet because this was like 2 days ago. And normally it takes between 48 hours and 72 hours. It took me over my route 2.5 hours because I got stuck at that one house. When I got all the way down there, they had a gate. After it took me like 5 minutes to get to the house from the mailbox, I got stuck at a gate with horses and cows and a big lake on one side and a big steep embankment on the other side with nowhere to turn around or back up. Now keep in mind, I went down a long steep hill, up and down, around the corners and up. So the only way out was to back all the way back through that steep hill, wine curves, and pitch black. You have no idea where you go, because guess what? If Mrs. Squizzer would have went to the left, I would have went down an embankment. If Mrs. Squizzer would have went to the right, I would have went over to a lake. That was one of the most horrifying things I ever experienced. And it was pitch black. I couldn't see nothing. My vehicle, bless his heart, was spitting up dirt everywhere. You know, glad I had my 4x4 on. I'm trying to get out of the mud because I couldn't go too far back. If I would have drifted back, I would have went down a hill. If I would have drifted back the other way, I would have went down in the pond of lake. So I'm like, damn, at this point. So I'm putting my car in reverse and gradually bagging up little by little, going forward, bagging up little by little. My husband phone was like, you okay, everything? I had got so impatient with him. I was like, you know what? I'll call you back. Because I had got impatient. Because at that point, it was like somebody need to come pick me up, or somebody need to wait until the next morning for them to open their gate so I can go down to his house and turn around and come back down this long ass driveway. But oh no, won't nobody. And I'm like, I know places like that probably have cameras. They would probably sit in their damn house looking somewhere, laughing or somewhat. I don't know. Maybe they would sleep, because like I said, it was the 5 or 9 o'clock route. But I'm like, if you know you got packages coming, at least leave your gate open a little bit longer than that. You know what I'm saying? Because you get notification from Amazon when your package is going to be delivered. It's going to be a day or tomorrow, whatever the case may be. That's all. Because I had nowhere to turn around. If somebody was to come in there and try to break in his house, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. They're going to regret doubting. They'll be like, damn it, this was just a waste of time, because you ain't going to be able to get nothing. And you're going to have a hard time getting that driveway by the time you do that. They're going to probably either, unalive you or shot you or whatever by then. And most definitely, if you ever need an emergency with the rescue squad or law enforcement, they'll be able to find you. But it's going to take them forever to get there. By the time they get there, you already seriously injured or hurt. And hopefully not so badly where you're unalive. That was one of the most worst experiences I ever had. And that was a breaking point for me right then. And said, you know what? Nope. I will never do this night owl shift again, because at that time they told us we could pick out our own route. Sometimes I want to blame myself for that, but sometimes I don't because I didn't recognize none of the cities. I went with the one with the shortest amount. They had 21 packages with that. I said, shit, I'm going to go with this if I can get done right before my 4 hours or right there at it. I was in for the rude awakening. It took me a good hour to get from that one house, at least 30 to 45 minutes from that one house. You want to talk about somebody's nerves tore up, super, super freaked out, super, super scared. Nobody was out there. The only thing you hear was things howling. You had no idea what the fuck was howling. You hear, you know what I'm saying, dogs barking, and it's like far away because you don't have no neighbors out there. No neighbors or nothing out there. Just that one house sitting there with the gate locked, no lights on. Nobody even coming out there to rescue you, even if somebody was there or saw you on the camera. They didn't bother to come and look and see what was going on or say, hey, let me go ahead and help this person because I think there's somebody delivering a package. Let me let them in the gate so they can turn around and go back out. None of that. I know somebody had to be there because the gate was locked and it was like a kitchen light or something on and the gate was locked. You know what I'm saying? The gate was locked. So somebody had to be. If they wasn't there, they would have probably left the gate open. Or they probably would have closed the gate and left for the weekend. But I'm thinking somebody was there because there was 4 cars in the driveway. I know somebody should have heard me going up and down that driveway and heard me revving up because my truck is kind of loud, okay? Hear me revving up. I'm spitting dirt everywhere trying to get out because like I said, I can't go too much to the left as I'm going to go in that lake, or I can't go too much to the right as I'm going to go there in the embankment. So I'm trying my best. My wheels getting stuck up in the daggone dirt on both sides. Me trying to back up a little bit, turn around, back up a little bit. I couldn't back up a little bit and try to turn around and go back the other way. So I had to back up gradually in reverse. You're going to hear that was one of the most horrifying things. I said I would never, ever, 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 ever. I don't care if they pay, I don't know, I might do if they pay $1 million for that route. But they better be putting some money to that price tag if they want me to go to that same city. Because I already know what to expect now. Oh no, you're going to pay me off the rip to go here because I already know how it is. That's the reason why they let you pick out your own routes today, because I bet you all of those routes for that night block was like that. I said with designations like that, I know they got complaints from other drivers on how it is like that, because you know some of the people logistics, they don't know how them areas are. But I know they probably got enough complaints about them areas. That's why they was like, well, just let the drivers, whoever come in for that night out, should just pick their own. Then that way we won't be in for a rude awakening. They knew what they was doing. They knew what the hell they was doing because they got me on that one. So today, that's what I'm saying. Yesterday in the morning time, they assigned me a route. They gave it to me. Today again, the afternoon and the evening time, midday and the evening time, they let you choose your own. She was like, well, go back there, choose either one of them cars. I'm like, damn, okay. You know, and only this location do it. So I was like, okay, let me go up here and see how many packages there. Shit, all of them had 46 packages up there, 36. I say, damn it. And then the other guy and girl was doing the same thing I was doing. But they had 3.5 hour blocks. They was looking over that. So I said, shit, I ain't supposed to have no 4 hour block. I'm supposed to have a 3.5 hour block. I said, let me go back over here 3.5 hour block. It wouldn't let me scan none of them. The AI system is very smart. It's like, no, this is not your block. Bitch, how you gonna tell me? Because I could have sworn I signed for a 3.5 hour block, not no 4 hour block. So I had to go back over there. I only had 2 choices on the 4 hour block. So I'm thinking only 2 choices for the 4 hour blocks. Oh my goodness. I said, I'm glad it's daytime. It's midday. What time is it now? It's midday. It's 2:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this route's supposed to be over. I thought I had a daggone 3.5 hour block, but she said it was 4 hour block. So it's supposed to be over. Technically, I didn't leave the warehouse to what? Mama said about what? 1:45, something like that. So I'm going to just say, since it's 2 o'clock now, I'm going to just say it should be over at 6, because my next one starts at 6:30 or 6:45. I got to check that. So we're going to try to rush through these to try to get it done if I can get my next block. And the next block is just a 3 hour block, just for 3 hours. So, and it's at a different warehouse. They normally have that number, and it's like you can drive on the inside of the warehouse there, so you don't have to worry about being in the cold. And 9 times out of 10, they have a number. But I always take my permanent marker, either my highlighter, just in case they don't. Because I have no idea what I'm about to get into right now. And whenever, okay, I said I won't never take another 4 hour night block. But this is a 4-hour midday block. So let's see if this will be a little bit better. So I'm going to just take you all on the ride along with me. I hope you all understand, but I need a backup plan this time. But at least we do have more visibility right now. Because by the time you get done with this route, if it's done at 6, it's going to be just ready to get dark. So I hope our ending point don't be too much out there in the country. So we'll see. So I'm going to let you all ride along with me so we can see how these things work out. Because I end up getting 46, but it's 31 stops. A lot of the stops got multiple stops, 2 and 3 packages. So we win-win situations on that. Thank you, Hoover, for your love and support. Make sure you all subscribe to me, subscribe to that Hoover Deuce Man. If you're looking for some more amazing content, he does a lot of gaming. He does a lot of creative artwork. He does a lot of reviews on different cars and stuff where he's like a YouTube mechanic, as he call it. So stay tuned to his channel. He's trying to get things up and popping now, as well as myself. So subscribe to both of us. You would not be in for a rude awakening. But this is crazy. So if you all are in the gig economy, let me know if you are and what do you actually do, because they got all different types of forms now. They got the medical carrier, they got like the food industry, they got like the logistics, the packaging, delivering. They got a little bit of everything now. So let me know what you're in. If that's your main job or your part-time job, let me know. And share on any tips or tricks that you have, especially if I have to experiment something else like that. Because when you're too far away from the house like that, they won't let you scan in. They'll be like, you're too far from the location. They won't even let you scan in and take a picture. You got to get close enough for them to pinpoint you, even if you update the pin. I was still too far away to update the pin because that's how far the house was from the mailbox. So I had to go all the way down. And when I went all the way down, of course, where you think I left the package at? Because I couldn't get in. And it was like practically raining back and forth, very muggy and foggy, which was another downfall. So where do you think I had to leave the package at? Now I couldn't put it in the mailbox because it was the box. I couldn't get all the way to the house to put it on the doorstep to take a picture.
In 2 miles, take exit 150 toward Haw River.
And there's a whole gated, locked gate right there that I couldn't get around and turn around because, like I said, to the left was a lake. And to the right, you actually got the embankment. So where do you think I left that box at? Because they always say if you can't get all the way up to the person's house, leave it in a safe place that you figure is safe. And when you take the picture, of course, they should know their own property to see where you took the picture at. Or if they ever have to contact you, you have to go back and look at it. You'll see, okay, that's where I left it at. Where do you all think I left it at? Like my husband said, that's why you got to keep the step back. In fact, around it, I was, but that didn't make no difference then because wasn't nobody there to let me in the gate, let me turn around. I couldn't back up. I couldn't go to the left. I couldn't go to the right. It's kind of like I was in a stuck situation. Didn't have no neighbors that I could go to. That would have been helpful if I had a neighbor you could go to and go pull in our driveway, bag all the way back and pull in our driveway to go out. It was like horrifying. I'm trying to tell you, and I'm the type of person, I'm tough skinned. I don't get scared easily or none of that. But that had my heart like going boom. And I appreciate that. Most definitely, I try my best. I keep Jesus with me in my heart. I got Jesus in my car up here that they gave me when I purchased a car. So I got my little Jesus right here glued to my mantle. For everywhere I go, I take Jesus with me, baby, because I need my Jesus every day, all day, every day. Or whatever you believe in, make sure you have it with me when you out here up on these dangerous highways. Every day I pray for me. I pray for my family. I pray for my in-laws. Of course, I pray for my significant other. I pray for my kids, grandkids, ride-sharing community, my virtual family and friends, everybody love, because I'm telling you, this is crazy out here. And it's kind of like they throw you out there to the wolves like they don't even care, or like they ain't gonna give you no type of warning. Now, they will give you a warning like it's a dog on sight, be careful, do you understand, and stuff like that, but they ain't tell me no shit like this. That it's pretty much a one-way or it's steep hill or a winding road. They need to start putting that up there. That's the reason why they don't tell people this mess, because they want everybody to take them routes. Now I could have had the option. I could have returned it, but at this point I was already down there. So why return it at this point? You might as well go ahead and tough it out
In
and get
about
it
2.5
delivered.
miles, turn right onto Roxborough Street.
I probably need to go ahead and get me some gas too, because I'm looking at my gas hand, because I know I'm about to get out here in some steepness that you probably gonna have too many gas stations. So we're gonna go ahead and get some gas right here. And actually, this gas is a little bit cheaper. So we'll get some gas right here to go ahead and have it. And I'll probably just go ahead and
Turn
get me
right onto Jimmy Crow Road.
a little kids meal over here from Wendy's, so I put on my stomach, because I already know
Proceed to the route.
this is going to be a long one. So we're going to go ahead and get our gas right quick. Let me see if this is the address it tried to
Turn right onto Jimmy Crow Road.
say that I could go to. No, this ain't the one, so I'm claim this and go ahead and just get me some gas. So I'll be right back, babies. And a lot of people doing the sins right now. Man. And this little girl got on daggone short. I'm gonna go ahead and get this right quick. I think I got my daggone other card right there. Put that up there at the top. Come tell me to. See what my stash got. My baby was trying to get out. I went all the way up in there to stand that line and took the wrong card. I just got me a little kids meal to get me something to eat it real quick, and I use the bathroom. Got all in the line and took my wrong card in there. So I gotta go get me my gas. Oh, look, it paid it. I did give my shit back. Fuck, I'm big, huh?
Navigation started.
How about I just
Then
check
in
my
400
route? Because
feet,
some
turn
told me to
left.
check to find out what city I'm going to
Then in
first.
200 feet,
While
turn
I'm at a
right onto
stopping
Jimmy
point going to the
Road.
bathroom. How about I'm going back to the same damn spot that I told you I had the horror place with? And I looked at the box and that's where it's at. And I chose this again. Again, I chose this. Because she gave me two options. Again, I go, but I promise you it didn't have that up on that thing when I first started. I said, hold on. This look almost familiar to the last place. I would just had the heart attack. Glad it's during the daytime. Like I said, we getting our gas now. Any weird stuff, it's just come back to the warehouse, period. And this daytime, it should be a little bit better. But I ain't got time for no fooling. So that's why I'm glad I am getting my gas now. I ain't got no other chore. Let me put this toy up. I always keep these toys and put them in my bin. I'm Happy Meal toys, so I got me a chicken nugget Happy Meal. I'm gonna hurry get this knocked out. I didn't know I had to go back to the same place that I said I didn't like the damn last time. So they must be a common thing with this location. After that, I don't know if I'm gonna accept it. I'm reason why I accept this location again because it's closer to my house. It's a little bit closer, not too much closer. The things you do for money, I tell you. Take my stupid ass right back out there to the same place I'm complaining about. Let me see if it looks better during the daytime. Now I know I'm gonna hurry get this thing knocked out because I got another block set. Yeah, I know I gotta hurry up now. Let this baby get a little bit warmer, then I'm gonna have to plug these devices up. This is crazy. Probably gonna just have to plug the devices up anyway. Once I get up there, I'm gonna start rocking and rolling. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit till I get to the first location. I'm gonna switch it out. I wish I had a charger cord in this back. Let's get back on this highway because I got to go to the same damn place I said I didn't damn want to go. Blessing about it this time, at least it's during the damn daytime. So now I know I'm ready to get this knocked out now. So if I don't be talking, don't y'all, y'all please forgive me. Because now I'm like, okay, it's game on. After I just cleaned my vehicle and stuff up, and it's raining. And like I said, in this place, we was calling for snow last night. So some of these places got ice and snow. So I'm praying that I don't run into that. If I do, I'm going to just have to return the block. Just plain and simple. So glad you all could do a ride along with me. I'm glad I was able to get some gas. Lord, please let this gas last me the whole one plus the
In
other
about
one.
2 miles, turn right onto Roxborough Street.
God, I knew it was like too good to be true. I said, yeah, we got 46 packages, 31 stops. And it said 4 hour, and I could have sworn I didn't have no 4 hour block. I supposed to have a 3.5 hour block. They must didn't have too many drivers to take them block. So of course they're gonna throw me up there on one of them. Now, but you got two options. I bet. Normally an event like this, that's why I said I wish YouTube make it where we could start playing music up here, because we know we don't own the rights to it. Because I most definitely been going in this highway blasting my music right now. And Lord, I pray that I get it done before my next block starts. So that means I got to get this done in 3 hours. If I can be able to make it back all the way on the other end. My other block. Let me call and tell my husband this. This is crazy. Yeah, I just gassed up. Some just told me, because I said, this is like I'm going the same way I had that bad experiment with, but I said, you know, the last time I was going in the dark, so it's going to look different anyway. And I kept on saying, I said, that street name sound familiar. I said, let me go and make sure these addresses match, the GPS match with the package. Because I know I looked at this before I grabbed, because I only had 2 options a day, because they let you choose your own when it comes midday in the evening. It says just go choose your route. If you got a 3.5 hour route, go to this section. Route, go to the section. I could have sworn I was supposed to have a 3.5 hour route, but she said my route was a 4 hour. I was like, okay. And I only had 2 options. So of course I'm trying to grab the one with the least package. Well, both of them had the same amount of packages. One bigger boxes than the other one. So I got the one with the smaller boxes, where I had 46 packages with 31 stops, because some of the stops got 2 and 3 orders. So I'm just loading up, because I just saw Yanceyville and Ruffin. I was like, okay, bet. You know, Yanceyville, you know, I'm pretty familiar with. They the county, but not too deep. In Ruffin, I remember my mom and them just hang out in Ruffin. You know, they kind of like the county slash country, just depending on what part you go to. How about my first couple of destinations is Leesburg? I said, happy fucking damn, they got me. That's the thing about with them longer routes. They send you out here to this shit. I said, man, I hope my experience be better, because if not, I will return the fuck out of these today. So Leesburg is my first stop, which is good because it's still daytime. See, because you know my other routes I pick up in Kernersville later on this evening. So I pray that I be done with these in time, because you know how it is going out here in the country. And they got a lot of these stop and goes going on. That's why I went ahead and got my gas, because I said, yeah, look, I'm about to start going in the country. Let me get me some gas now. Like I said before, I left, had available. That's just that damn quick. Something told me to move that shit and put it on my other account if I can go ahead and just fill up my gas tank if I can have it for both routes today. That was my whole. But I was going to go ahead and fill all the way up. If I ain't got to worry about coming back to the gas pump again until tomorrow. Right. And came there and snatched. I'm in Leesburg first. I don't know what Blanche is. I ain't never heard of no damn Blanche, but you know, I'm down. I hope it ain't like Leesburg, because normally when you got them too close together, one is like the other. And that's what majority of the rest of them are at after Leesburg, and then is the last 4 stops in Yanceyville.
It sounds like the same demographic to me. Blanche.
So I told my, I said, well, y'all most definitely gonna be up here now for a ride along, so we can peep out this together. But luckily it is in the earlier part of the day. But when I finish up my stops, it's gonna be ready to get dark. But at least, yeah, I got that $150 or whatever. I'm just gas up for the next 2 days, and they should draft Monday, no later than Tuesday. Motherfucker came and draft today. They just fucking greedy any goddamn way. I said normally when you put in a draft, it normally take 2 to 4 days, and some come to 3 to 4 days. These motherfuckers just greedy as hell. Tom told me to go to the ATM, take it out. I said, no, I ain't got to worry about it, because by being close to the weekend, they ain't going to take out the probably about Monday. That's just to make sure the payment get posted in time. You know what I'm saying?
No, they got some room to take it out. They won't. They ain't no shit. Where it is.
I'm like, damn it, pull this gas pump up. So let me go ahead and see how much it got if I can make sure I fill up. Because I tried to, you know, go to the one with the upside, but I said, damn it, I ain't going to be able to make it all the way to that one that take my upside. I'm losing my damn discount because I said I want to go ahead and get this route out the way because I know I got another one scheduled in Kernersville at 6:45. So I said by them giving me a 4-hour route, I need to go ahead and start getting this one chunked out. So that was the first stop I saw was a gas station. I said, let me go ahead and fill all the way up so I ain't got to worry about getting no more gas tonight. And I said, let me go back and check the availability for.
Stuff. 40 kids up to the 13th. 12 actually. Shit. These smaller bills, little shit. I still got to do that damn trash bill.
Yeah, you know, I got that 500 due next Friday, so that's why I'm trying to get all of these chunked out the way because I got the credit card I was going to process tonight because it was due tomorrow. So I said I'll go ahead and process that tonight because that's what I like to do, the day ahead or whatever. And the other big finale is the one due next Friday, and I said I have that knocked out. I hope by Wednesday and I can start back knocking out the little one and putting some to the side. Yeah, because that was my goal. I was going to go ahead. I said I was going to fill up, but I wanted to use my upside to fill up if I can get some of my gas back and fill up my point. And I said, but I ain't going to be able to make it. I said, shit, I probably just do half and I just do another half later if I do the next route. But I said, no, while I'm right here, since they're $2.66 a gallon, let me go ahead and fill on up. That's what I thought.
Surprises.
But you know, when you get deep out here in the country, you know, that situation with the highway is different from ours. That's why I'm trying to be cautious. At the same time, I'm trying to knock this shit out because I figured out where I was going. I was like, oh my fucking goodness. And I had to choose my route again today, but I only had 2 choices today. I went over there with a 3.5 hour route. She said, no, you over here with a 4 hour. I said, I thought I had a 3.5 hour block. So the guy and the other girl was over there looking at the route too to see which one to. I said, I love the fact that y'all let us choose our own. They let us know that these are the ones, that these are the rejects. Shit.
I found Bronner, his Christmas gift. Some makeshift 2-bit set.
Oh, well, so I ain't got about nothing then but a pajama set then. You get the toys, I just get a pajama set.
Come back and get that for him. What the fuck is that shit? I ain't going to work.
The Dr. Beauchamp.
This is train, yeah, this is a train that's for you to get older. Just you like to use your hands. Oh shit, they got $1. Oh, this is $1? No, it's not. Well, I mean, damn well shit is. They got pencils. They call it ink pens.
Oh, well, Shanti and Naomi and Nala would like that because they like different color pencils and pens. So if they're $1 each, get 3 of them. You said they're $1.
Yeah, starting at $1.
Starting at $1.
It was like $1.50. Trying to see what they had for Shanti.
Yeah, that would have been good for Shanti.
Yeah, but what I was thinking about getting her was the kind of ink pens that I have, which they're for inking. They're for like
Yeah, you don't want to get too expensive with them kids because you know them kids don't keep up with that stuff.
They don't cost so much. Like Michael Lodge had sales on them big test. Like get the whole set like $5. They don't have that significant. Are they mechanical or they ink?
That's why I said they should allow us to get tips and this suggestion shit. To live in a place like this, they should be happy somebody want to come out here. They'd be the main ones that tip you, because you out there delivering to them. Funny. Well, baby, let's call and tell you the update. I'm 21 minutes. I'm trying to save this battery because I'm trying to let this heat go a little bit, and then I'm going to rotate the plug a bit. Did you run across any wrapping paper when you went up there in the attic and stuff? Cause I had flowers and everything. But did you run across any wrapping paper and stuff when you was up there in the attic? Yeah, cause I had wrapping paper everything. Yeah, cause I wanted to start wrapping some of my stuff. Shit, I can't wrap shit down until about Monday, Tuesday. Everything green cleans back up. Damn. Well, the one had got my damn supper and shit for last night. And for Sunday. I thought we were gonna get snowed in. Well, it didn't, bro. What's this? Bob said, I'm glad it didn't, but this happened. I would have been messed up for real. But anyway, baby, let me get this thing plugged in, son. If I can let it charge up, so if I get too deep out in this damn country. And it's fog out here, so it already look like nighttime anyway. All right, my love. Thank you as always. Love you. Be safe. I done dropped my daggone blanket. I done it rain.
In 1 mile, keep left.
Up and up, but not be needing it back and forth over here.
Use the left lane to keep left. Keep left. In 1.3 miles, take a slight right turn onto Pleasant Grove Union School Road. Take a slight right turn onto Pleasant Grove Union School Road.
That was a U.S. mail carrier. They got a she using her regular car with the little flashes on. That's what I need, the little flash. I see, by it being foggy out here, you might have said shit like out here because it's real foggy.
Take a slight right turn onto Pleasant Grove Union School Road. In about 14 miles, turn left.
I'm gonna let you all do a couple of these ride-alongs with me. The one that's, like I said, that was terrifying to me the other day, to give you my thoughts upon it, and then I'm gonna end the live because, honey, I gotta listen to my music doing routes like this because, baby, I gotta be hyped up and I gotta keep myself energized. Since I was talking about the horror story about this location, why not end it off with the couple of stops that I have going to this location, so you all can be right along with me until I get to the next city over. Let me know if you experience anything of this kind and did you accomplish it, and did you have to ever do a do-over, like again, like go to that same location like twice. And at the warehouse you pick up from, do you get to choose your own routes, or they bring them out to you? Because some of them, majority of them, bring them out to you. I believe this one over, they doing by letting you choose your own routes, because like the routes that probably the regular drivers didn't want to take or whatever. Okay. Sit back that one. And it's about to start raining. You can't get no better than that. This cannot get no better than that. I said, my route did not supposed to be no 4 hours. Cause I wouldn't have chose no 4 hours, nobody knowing that I had another block to pick up. And like I said, they normally hit that stuff on the head too. If they say it's gonna be 4 hours, most definitely gonna be 4. Look, I'm just waiting for the big finale. It's a shenanigans for me. I'm just waiting for the big finale that rhymes with Alley, baby. So it's the shenanigans for me. These people be killing me like they so much in a rush on these back roads. They got to bypass and all this like they can go somewhere that's already foggy out here, trying to rain. And then, like I said, this weather was calling for snow and stuff. They just be doing too much for no reason. Like they're gonna get there that much faster. Like I said, speaking of faster, they're supposed to be dropping below freezing tonight, so we're gonna try to get these 31 stops as close as possible. That's why I said I'm gonna have to jam to my favorite music. I'm gonna let y'all ride along with a couple of these, especially all of this city. The one I was like, oh, that other city just like this city. That's where I'm appeasing to the soul about. Because, you know, normally when it's apart like that, they mainly almost the same. Shit don't work. Yeah, glad this is one of them areas where you most definitely got to be focused, because you know Debbie crossing, these people out here driving crazy, and you don't see too many people walking up down the street over here, and these too much of a open space to walk because you don't have too many stores nearby. So the Curiosity is here, away from our destination. I know you all are on pins and needles over there and eager to know, and so am I. And according to this first stop, it's supposed to be off of the main highway. Glad most definitely nighttime, because you will most definitely be able to see through here because it's already foggy and stuff. And so they already said the temp supposed to be dropping out to 6. I don't even know if I'll be able to make my next block, which is going to be even more. We're just going to probably put the O down that other account. I just thought about that. That's outsmarted. But then what's all about? I'm sorry. I just thought about that too. We are 6 minutes away, 4.7 miles. Minutes away. And that dog is coming over here. I left her right there at the tree. That's what I said. And he stand at the door, saw when I was pulling up. These people weird. And see, the next one is a minute away. So I put it right there by that tree. And he gonna go get his damn son.
Starting route to 3830 Highway 119.
See,
Proceed to Highway 119, then take the first left.
So that's what in the country do. They leave them dogs running loose and they think them dogs can be friendly to everybody. So his box is right there by the tree. I pulled in that driveway, whoever the hell that was. But luckily this wasn't too far in the country. Now why the other day at 5 o'clock I couldn't get stuff like this? They sent me to the good place when it's light outside. Let's see what this next one going to. It's only 2 minutes away. Well, let's not get too hyped up. Because one turn can mess up the whole fucking route. But yeah, they had that dog out. And I said, nope, put it right here now. It's about to rain. And normally they would alert me as a dog on the property or whatever. So I guess nobody never reported that one. And 3830 is right here. And everything out here is muddy today. Muddy, 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 muddy. I tell you, I can't win from losing. But I'm just trying to hurry get this out the way.
Navigation start.
Now I gotta get my gas in time. I'm just trying to get everything out the way. We are rolling now. Oh shoot. I was about to say about these little small Jeeps. You ain't got too much room to play with. Put that right there. So let's rock and roll. It came too far now. Yeah, they said we had more than one package for this stop. All right, got that one done. So I wish I can leave these gloves on. The next one 2 minutes away.
Starting route to 4133 Highway 119. Head north on Highway 119.
So as long as we stay on this open highway like this, baby, we're good. Like I wish that thing would be able to accept. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I just always double check and make sure before I get there. And then I have all of my stuff. Every other guy. Gonna see here's there by basketball go. Somebody about play with your dog stuff. Then you saw somebody come up there, you're gonna go right back in the house. I guess he thought it was one of his homeboys or homegirl. Made it out of the other town that I had bad the other day. like, just get it done. Let's just get it done. That's it. That's all. Kind of like this town just keep calling me, keep bringing me back up here. I said, y'all gonna stop me coming to this warehouse. Because yesterday I went up there early in the morning. I did the early bird block. That one turned out pretty good because it took me to the city. So you never know on a given day where you're going to be at. You just got in your head, this is how many hours it's going to take you. That's what it says approximately. You set yourself allowed that time and just do the best you can to keep going. Now, I guess this is our turn. Yeah, because I see the number right there, but the GPS is not picking it up. It's got me going to the mailbox to turn in, which I got to turn in right here. We're going to go ahead and take our seatbelt off and get ready to drop this off. I've been trying to go up there as quickly as possible and come quickly back. Because like I said, we got a whole nother block scheduled and I'm trying to hurry up.
Navigation started.
And this one got 2 packages. And see how they got fence and stuff up? I'm probably going to have to throw this over the fence. I don't ever go behind nobody's damn fence because you don't know if they got a dog in there or not.
Starting route to 1185 Longs Mill Road. Head north on Longs Mill Road.
Next stop is 3 minutes away. And we on stop 10. So we got our 10s to go through about 20 and 2 about 30. So we really got 2.5 sets, you know, let's say left to go. And after we drop this off, start bringing up our teams. Because this is stop 10. Because actually boarded up just now, but I'm just trying to get out this property. I don't like to hang around on properties too much because like I said, out here in the country and county, if they don't recognize you, they like some totally different breed. They come out with the dogs, guns, and everything. Nobody got time for that. I didn't recognize you on your regular car. Why y'all keep saying that?
In 1.8 miles, turn right.
See, like I said, birds of a feather flock together because it looked like the other town we just left. I'm gonna just keep that one glove off. It's agitating me. I gotta keep on putting it on and off. Sometimes I forget to leave it on the lap. I end up slinging it on the ground. I got one hand fully protected. The other one got the tips out. 'Cause, you know, and my heat went out on my car, so I'm working with no heat. And it's extremely cold out here. I got a plug-in portable heater, but I got to rotate because I only got one outlet on this Jeep. Well, I can plug up my cell phone to keep them charged up, and in between the little heater, which is a small little watt heater that really don't power off a lot. It does the job when I want to just plug it up and just have my little feet to be warm, either my little tip of my hands or whatever. The things you have to do. But you can't say I'm not trying. Can't most definitely say I'm not trying. see a lot of people out here be burning wood.
Turn right, then arrive at your destination.
And this supposed to be 1185. And braking. Like I said, you know it's gonna get dark in about, yeah, that's right, man. In about 45 minutes. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can put this in the mailbox. You see how muddy that is? No, I can't do that. Cause it's gonna start getting dark and we ain't gonna be able to
turn on a driveway.
come. If it's difficult to get up, you can leave it in the mailbox.
Right onto Longs Mill.
And I'm about to try to go there and get that car dirty. Now I gotta go ahead and bring the teens up here. No, I ain't about to try to do none of that. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring my teens up here. You know, I'm not gonna even try to go through that. And the next one is 3 minutes away.
Starting route to 27212.
See how they put that
Proceed to
in?
Longs.
Yeah, it's too muddy out here. I'm gonna go ahead and get in. And I'll get the other ones later. Yeah, it is muddy. Then time I can't make it down the house. Driveway calling them. I ain't calling shit. Right there in that mailbox. Keep going. I said what I said. We did get a couple up here. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the 11. We got a menu put in here. See how, like I said, birds and feathers flock together? Because it's not even picking up this address. And it's about to get dark, so I gotta hurry up.
Starting route to 1000 Longs Mill Road.
And that's 1 minute away.
Proceed to Longs Mill Road. Then take the first right.
Yeah, it is muddy. You get that whole Jeep messed up. Dirt everywhere. Yeah, we gotta hurry the hell up back here.
Turn left. Then the destination is on your left.
And see, this one is a mailbox one, and the house is all the way down. I'm gonna see if it's gonna let me pick it up right here and deliver it. I'm like I said, I don't have time for that.
Navigation started.
Should beware a dog at this location.
Navigation started.
They won't even let
South
you.
on a driveway for half a mile.
See, they won't even let you deliver in the mailbox on this. It's too far back from the driveway.
Starting route to 27212.
See, I got, see, I said, yeah, we gotta hurry get the hell from over here.
starting route to 1000 Longs Mill Road. Proceed to the route, then the destination is on your left.
And it's just a box. See, by her being all the way down here at the bottom from my house, it wouldn't even let me put it in her mailbox. I had to come all the way down here for the pen to pick up. Now, this is BS. Now, how you gonna tell me how far I'm gonna bring my vehicle down? See, imagine this being at nighttime. That's why I said we gotta hurry up with these routes. See, you talking about your ride. Ain't no way I ride. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not doing this all the way down here, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark
Navigation
this.
started. You south on
See, I don't understand this.
driveway for navigation started. Continue south on a
It won't even let you pick it up. Maybe because it's saying 272.
navigation started. Continue south on a driveway for a quarter mile.
No, because they keep on saying straight ahead. You see what I'm saying? Like, imagine this is at nighttime. You're going in this long ass driveway like this. No, they're about to mark this shit out. I'm not even getting out the car. This is crazy. I'm gonna say GPS is not working. I'm at the address. I'm not going all the way down there. That's just too much. I got to try to hurry and get this route completed anyway, because I got a block that's coming up, and plus I got get the hell out of these places before it get too dark. You see what I'm talking about? You going down these little roads and stuff like this, and get stuck out here. You got to keep on turning around all this. No, I'm just gonna put this in the mailbox. I'm not gonna risk my life. I'm not gonna risk my time, my effort. Like I said, work smart, not hard, and do what's best for you. I don't know why they be making this situation weird. And somebody asked on the last one all the way down like a damn dummy. Kudos to you. I'm sure gonna tell them to trying to contact customer service. They make it so hard to contact them. They get some of my nerves with this shit. I'm going to put it in there. I'm about to put these people there tomorrow. Okay. See how that's the situation we're gonna have to put in the mailbox. Ain't nobody about to take that jeopardy this these people. And it's about to get dark. I gotta hurry up and hurry. I mean, I gotta hurry up. I got 30 minutes to get these things done. And this next one's
Starting route to 458 Bob Smith Road. Head west on Longs Mill Road.
And see the type of shit I'm talking about. Yeah, if I say I gotta hurry up and get these done before it get too dark. Yeah. Well, because I never delivered them.
In about 3 miles, turn right onto Steventown Road.
Yeah, this is wrong. Now, how in the hell they went from 4 minutes to so evidently must be a wrong turn. That's why I said you have to be careful and make sure you watch out 458 Bob Smith Road. I gotta turn around. They're talking about 16 minutes away. No, we're not about to do that. We're trying to hurry up, get this shit done as much as possible, get too dark. Because I will mark all these bitches and put them in the mailbox. And it's like I said, it's about to get dark in 3 minutes.
In 1.2 miles, turn left onto Highway 62.
When it get dark out here, it's gonna be creepy because it's already foggy and cold. And we're on our second set. And we got 4 sets. Really, when we get down to that last one, it's only 2 stops, 30 and 31. So that's, I'm gonna just say we got 2 more sets left to go. Especially since we already got stop 11, we don't stop 12 now. See what I'm talking about? There ain't too many cars out here on the highway. Cold, dark, muggy, foggy. Something could happen to you out here, nobody would never know. Probably to the next day or something. Because as you can see, there ain't too many stores by. That's why I say, yeah, most definitely. Don't be trying to come out here on no empty tank of gas. Make sure you keep your vehicle and stuff gassed up. That's a pretty church.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
Should have bought my cough drops out. And see, normally when I come out to place like this, like I said, I have my music playing to make my travel go. But since I got you all vlogging with, gonna make it go by quick, but I wish we could jam to some music by going through some stuff like this.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Highway 62. In 2.2 miles, turn right onto Bob Smith Road.
See, it's about to start cranking down, getting dark. Now, like I said, doing these routes in these towns, like I said, from here on out, it's a dub. If it's not, like I said, 6 o'clock route, the 3 o'clock route I wouldn't do out here because it's still dark. I do either 6 o'clock route, because you see this 1 o'clock route I pick up at 1:15, and I'm still, well, because they ain't have a mark. We had to get our own, and then they're just not as organized, so we was at the warehouse a little bit longer than we expected, almost an hour. So they knocked out some of the time right there, because it's supposed to have been 2, 3, 4, 5. 5:15 was supposed to have been done. But it was taking an hour to leave, and then we stopped and got that gas and used the bathroom. So we ain't going to get done to about 6:15. So it's going to be an hour in the dark for us. Which I don't mind as long as it's visibility, because if not, like I said, it's going in the mailbox, or I'm throwing it out the door and keep going, because like I said, I'm not jeopardizing myself if they got dogs stuff running loose and stuff like that. I'm not doing it. And they have to understand that. And they got their rating scale, but at least you got it. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole principle of delivering. At least you got it. Because ain't nobody putting our life in jeopardy or nothing. So like I said, we're going to try our best to get through these the best way we can, with prayers and love and support coming from you all. So I need for you all to be tapping that screen, throwing up those hearts, putting "we got you" in the chat.
In 1 mile,
and let me know if you went through experiences like this, or if you're going through it and you do the same thing. You're an Amazon Flex driver, full-time or part-time? Is you doing the seasonal, or was you already on deck before they even had this, big high peak rush with the holidays coming up? The Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Christmas, and then tax season. So with the seasonal workers, I don't know if the season is over after Christmas or after tax season. But I can say I tried every option they had to make some money, just in case they're looking for more, or looking for a couple of people to stay permanently. I don't even know if I'd be delegated, because you know what I'm saying? A couple of times my routes, I got a couple of routes, was missing. You know what I'm saying? I had to miss a couple of blocks because I overslept, because I was doing, this and VHO at the same time, plus doing my Sparks and Brody and my call center, so I couldn't even budge or make it up.
Smith Road.
We got 2 cars right there. Okay, we're about to hit the next city. I can see the sign up right now. That city is, I don't know. That city is normally not that bad. But this city reminds me a lot of the city we just left. See, this daggone thing, we gotta go over there because this box is too big to fit in the mailbox. But I have seen occasions where I couldn't get down. I had to leave on the outside of that fence, so at the mailbox, take a picture. They came down and got it. When you live in communities like this, people pretty much don't come out here stealing a lot of things. Everybody pretty much respect everybody's property. Well, like this is pretty decent, not too bad. Got a couple of houses out here like this civilized. Like the location won't be too hard to get to.
The destination is on your right. Navigation started.
And they said, beware dog at this location. I see the dog can already. Oh, it's gonna go over on your back porch, baby. Like a driver came to my house the other day. I got a long driveway, but you can see my house on top of the hill. I call it a little house on the prairie. He laughing in my mailbox. You think I'm gonna get mad? No, I ain't gonna get mad because I already know.
Starting route to 3951 Highway 62.
How the industry
Proceed
is.
to Bob Smith Road. Then take the first left.
We got a big pretty tree up there. Next destination is only 2 minutes away. Like I said, we're trying to get as many knocked out before it get too dark. We will be caught up in the dark out here, unfortunately. But we're gonna do our best to stay safe. We have the mailbox. See how they got horses and shit across the street.
Turn left onto Bob Smith Road.
That would have scared the shit out of me. It was nighttime because I wouldn't be able to see. That's a thick black hole. And see, the later it get, the colder it's gonna get, and then
In half a mile, the
you
destination
can't
is on
see
your left.
anything. That's a good question. So horses don't get cold like dogs and stuff. They can be out there in that cold like that. Anybody know? I know they thick thoroughbred now. Like them babies gonna freeze to death. Like I said, we praying and we trying to get these knocked out as quickly as we can. That's all we can do. I'm just saying. That's it. That's all we can do. Because like I said, it messed us up that they didn't have them numbered for us at the warehouse would have took us 5 to 10 minutes to get out. They don't bring them out to you. You got to go out there and pick your own out. That's going to be another 10 minutes. Then another 15 to 20 minutes trying to mark them. Then another 10 minutes, you got to take the damn crate all the way back to the front. They just lazy at that location at this point. So that put a whole extra hour onto my time. So I would have been done right before it got dark. That's what this whole thing's supposed to be set up in. I don't supposed to be working out in the dark. I think this is 3951.
The destination left.
It is. And guess what? This one's going right here to the mailbox.
Navigation started.
Oh shit, she got 3 packages. You gotta take it up there. Yeah, if her mailbox ain't that big. She got a big mailbox. It would have held 1 or 2, but not all of them. I'm throw them right down the back porch. We're not playing because, like I said, we're trying to hurry up and get done. We get too super dark. Because I got another shift that's starting. I hope I make it back in time to get that done. Because that's just a 3-hour block and I need the money. I really need the money.
Starting route to 3209 Highway 62.
And the next one
Head
is
southeast on Bob Smith Road. Then take the first right onto Highway 62.
the next one is 1 minute away. And that's why I said we always get our boxes out when we get there. We ain't gotta worry about going through. That's good. Next location after this one is 3 bags and we can start pulling more from the back. We almost got the teens knocked out. We don't stop 14. Especially if they keep the same energy. Everything been a minute to 5 minutes apart, we good. We can get majority of these knocked out if we get too super dark. The only thing we got to deal with is like our mid-20s and the 30s. And them 30s gonna be knocked out quick. Now why is it sending me back this way? Oh, it's sending me the wrong way. Nope, it's the wrong way. I about to say these damn GPSs be getting on my nerves. I about to say don't be using a car doing this. I know you try to save gas, but sometimes you just gotta pay a little bit more. Come out here with an SUV or truck or something, cause baby, or a van or crossover, something that's sitting up high, because you come out here in these small towns like this, it's gonna turn your cars up. Especially if you low to the ground and you gotta go through the muddy places, shit. Especially in the summertime, you got that window down, it's gonna splash mud all in your face and whoever else
At the
faces in
stop
that car.
sign, turn right onto Highway 62.
And you have to keep on looking at your GPS back and forth, because sometimes them directions will shoot off in a different direction. Sometimes they put the wrong address up there and everything. And just got to work as quickly as possible. I'm not telling you to run or do none of that other shit like other people doing, get bit by dogs, but try to be as brief as possible
In
so you can get
3/4
your
of a
route
mile,
completed.
the destination is on your right.
Because keeping in mind, you making your money per hour by breaking down how much you getting paid for that total route with the total time it took you. So the quicker you finish, the more you get paid per hour. The longer it take, the less you get paid more per hour, not unless you contact them to get an earning adjustment if it was something that was out of your control, of course. Because they ain't going to pay you every time if you late, because they're going to think you out there goofing off and like, no, we're not going to qualify you for that because of bad weather or heavy traffic. We ain't got nothing to do with that. They will do it if it's something like as an incorrect address and they knocked you in a different direction that they had up on the logistic order. Or of course, if you had to go longer down driveways and they put the wrong address up there and it took you longer, and they will reimburse you for things like that. That's out of your control. That's related to them. But if you said weather, traffic, and all that, they ain't got shit to do with me. I understand you was late. You'll just be getting less per hour at this point. Because we can't determine that. I'm like, okay, bet. So how about you determine some of these packages have been in the
The
mailbox?
destination is on your right. Arrived.
And this house is civilized, but I'm gonna try to put it in that mailbox. Like I said, I'm trying to hurry up.
Navigation start.
And see, they said beware dog at this location. So like I said, I'm gonna try to put in this mailbox right here for so long. Cause we getting across darkness. And the next one is 1 minute away.
Starting route to 2808 Highway 62. Head southwest on Highway 62.
And see, we ain't got no tool to put these ones in the damn backs in the 20 on the porch because they boxing.